Back at it again with the recaps. This time it is Farewell, My Lovely. So basically, the whole episode starts out with Detective Tanner gonna serve out some arrest warrants for the liar. Obviously, Detective Tanner didn't do crap for the case. She didn't do anything. She doesn't deserve to give the liars arrest warrant. But at the same time, she didn't do anything to help the case other than just blame them. Well, they kind of did stuff, but you know what I'm saying. And then Arya is out in the middle of the woods of nowhere, and in the trunk, and there's a cop. There is a cop in the middle of nowhere, and she makes an excuse that her friend coming to get her keys in the trunk because she locked them in the trunk, and there's a dead body in her trunk. Hello, what is happening? And the police guy is trying to push down the thing, and Arya's trying to get out. I'm like, oh my gosh. That was driving me absolutely crazy. And then Arya just starts talking to a dead body like it's nothing. Like, oh, it's so typical. You're talking to a dead body, and there's literally, and it's not doing anything. Like, what is happening? She's talking to the dead body, and they're not responding. I don't know. Arya's just acting crazy. She's just talking to herself like she usually does, which I don't know. Anyway, that's not the point. And next, Caleb and Hannah decide to go follow Mona to this restaurant place. And I'm just like, what is happening? I mean, they obviously don't know what Mona's going for, and they just want answers. I mean, we all want answers, obviously. And then Mona decides to escape them after Caleb and Hannah confront her at the restaurant sitting in there. And the pie reference comes again, like, obviously, like, what is happening? And the pie reference, and then Mona escapes out of the bathroom in a trap door that's in the wall, which obviously I kind of figured that was going to happen anyway. I was actually hoping the dead body was actually still alive and it would pop, kick out the thing. I was just hoping the dead body would just crawl through the back seat. Like, what? Oh my god. We already knew this because it's so predictable. Mona reveals to Caleb that whoever has the game keeps stealing it from her, and she's really mad about that. And obviously Mona's mad about that because Mona's basically the middleman from Uber A and Charlotte and whatever, because we all kind of, the fact that Marlene keeps saying this stuff is annoying, but whatever. It's not that's not the point. And then Mary Drake pops in again, taking Spencer to Lost Woods Resort, and she basically giving over this hotel room to her and Allison and whatnot, and the money because and the fact that Mary killed Jessica cold blood. I mean, either way, he's gonna go to jail. And then Spencer finds out that Caleb and Hannah got married. Arya and Ezra, they are talking in his place, and then they come out, and then they see the trunk open, and then the dead body's gone. Whoa, okay. So Uber A obviously just snatched the body out of there at nighttime. I'm surprised that no one saw them. I mean, come on, it's nighttime. No one's gonna be outside at night, most likely. But anyway, I just thought that was super quick that AD did that. And then we waited for literally 1 whole year, 2 years, half a season, 2 seasons and a half, to find out that this dream sequence was irrelevant to the storyline, and they changed their minds because it was a reshot and because it's all different, and it was pointless. The dream sequence was pointless. It was Emily's nightmare. It just doesn't make sense. It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense because it was pointless. There was no need for them to hype up something that had nothing to do with the story. Like, it literally meant nothing. Oh, and then the big reveal. Mona killed cece. We've all predicted that Mona was the one who killed cece. It was obvious. I was pretending to be shocked. Insert meme. No, the whole storyline is messed up. Anyway, they didn't need to make Mona relapse, turn back into Nerdy Mona. I don't know what the problem with that was, and everything else. I mean, literally, the dream sequence has no significance to the plot at all. Nothing. So basically, all the liars in the game they were set up by Uber A. Detective Tanner got tipped off. They showed up at that little grave thing. The funny thing is that when the girls were looking at the game, that augmented reality thing, they're like hovering it over the game board, and they see this little thing going over to the grave where Arya tells them, "Oh, we're not gonna dig this body up. Doesn't make us any better. We should just like not do this anymore." And so they walk away from the grave. Spencer said, "Oh yeah, Arya's right. We're not." They're walking away, and then this big tractor comes in with Detective Tanner comes, and they take the girls to the precinct, Rosewood PD. They take them into the room, and they don't want to get jail, and they just want someone to take the fall for Rollins' murder. And then Mary Drake shows up suspiciously, and she covers for the liars and says that she confessed to killing Jessica. Well, they already knew that, but she killed Rollins, and she's taking the fall for the liars because Hannah, technically Hannah was the one who killed Rollins because she hit him with the car, and then Mary Drake confessed to it that Detective Tanner was there, and then basically it was all a setup. Mary confesses to killing Archer to save their asses. She could have been there for Spencer. Why is AD accepting the fact that Mary's taking the blame, knowing that the girls are the ones who killed Archer? Technically Hannah, because she hit him with the car. But even though Mary is taking the blame for them, so the game is dead, which obviously I really don't think the game is done. Like, it's Pretty Little Liars. It's Rosa. What do you expect? I don't really think it's dead. And then A just rides out into the sunset like they just won the lottery. And it looks like A riding out into sunset like they just got done with the murder serial killer spree. Like, hello, I don't know what she is doing with the little dolls in the car. Like, what is happening? Anyways, well, I guess that's it for the recap. I'm probably making another Pretty Little Liars video before next week. Anyways, see ya on my next video. Peace.